Hello everybody, it's Lucas Mackintosh here and I'm back with some more Goldeneye 007 for the Nintendo 64 where I'm attempting to complete the game on 00 Agent mode. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out one of my retro Let's Play videos, I really appreciate it. If you enjoy my content and would like to see more, why not hit that subscribe button, because that way you will be instantly notified every time I upload a new video, and I've got new content coming each and every single week. Okay, so I'm going to be doing the streets level now on 00 Agent mode. It's a very difficult one. Essentially I did this the other night and I'm kind of doing commentary over it. I decided to make a set of 2 videos because I want you guys to see that I struggled with this mission. This can be very hard, or it can be very easy, depending on the enemy's weapons. The game randomly gives different sets of enemies rocket launchers, so it's kind of different each time. Essentially you've got to use the tank to get through most of it, but you can only get through depending on whether certain enemies have rocket launchers or not, essentially, and that will become clear as we start the mission. Okay, so let's get through this. Contact Valentin, pursue Umrov and Natalia, minimise civilian casualties. After escaping KGB interrogation at the military archives, Natalia has been recaptured by General Umrov. She's been taken by car to the Yanis operations base in St. Petersburg. Get after them, 007. We can't afford to let the trail go cold, and the chances are they'll lead you straight to Trevelyan. Keep a clear head though, any civilian casualties on the streets of St. Petersburg could create an unfortunate international incident. No gadgets this time, 007, though you should be on the lookout for hardware the Russians may have left lying around. Keys in the ignition and all that, old chap? I don't think she's worth the trouble, James. Perhaps you should be looking closer to home for a more reliable woman. So yeah, apologies about that. The funny thing is about watching your own footage is I couldn't quite judge when I clicked on the Q briefing, so I couldn't really finish the rest of M's, so I do apologise about that. But anyway, essentially we need to pursue Umrov and Natalia. And as I mentioned, I want to keep basically some of my deaths in because I want you guys to know that I struggled to develop a strategy for this. So I'm going to show you guys what not to do as well as what to do. I just think it'd be more entertaining to see me kind of progressing rather than just see me do the level flat out. It took me several attempts to do. Again, it's all about luck. As I explained a minute or so ago, as you go out in the streets and as you patrol around in the tank looking for Umrov, I'm trying to get to the exit. Basically the game assigns rocket launchers to different sets of enemies. Sometimes they'll give it to ones in your way, sometimes it'll be ones behind you. So you need a lot of luck to be able to get through. So I'm going to start again because what I'm trying to do is I need a lot of health basically to get through. Now a lot of people recommend using the tank throughout the whole mission. I'm going to say no to that because the tank is good, don't get me wrong, but if there's enemies with rocket launchers then they can instantly get you, and I've actually developed a way, thanks to watching other Let's Plays, of strafing past the rocket launcher blasts and stuff. So you can actually strafe your way to the end if you've got enough health, if you're about halfway through. That's what I've been able to do most of the time, and I will do that in kind of the next video, but as I said, this was kind of me leading up to completing it, so I'm just kind of getting used to the mission mechanics and stuff and just making sure I memorise the enemy patterns. There's always like 3 soldiers there anyway, so it did take me a good few hours to actually complete. Luckily I've edited it down to about 40 minutes essentially. You get a time limit at the beginning, which I haven't even mentioned. Now you're probably wondering, well, there's just not enough time to pursue Natalia and Umrov. How are we going to do it? Well, we have to go see Valentin Zukovsky down here. Once we speak to him, he will phone and his men will actually delay Umrov and Natalia. They'll delay their car, so your timer will actually increase to about 6 minutes or something, so you have more than enough time when you get back to actually get in the tank and then go on the streets. So yeah, this mission is a real pain because again it's all about luck essentially. I do think that the tank is one of the worst things on this level, because it's almost impossible to go past anything without smashing up and without taking damage. I mean, right at the start there's actually a set of 2 cars that I can barely get by, and I end up taking damage even though I try to scrape by. It is possible to scrape by completely and miss them, but it's like you have to be so freaking careful. You got to turn it on a sixpence. So here we go, check it out. We've seen Valentin, and check out what happens to the timer in a bit. You're probably thinking, oh my god, time's ticking down, but watch what happens. Objective A is completed. Now we just got to head back. We need to head back to the entrance and pop in the tank. So as I said, I kind of like to use the tank, but only halfway through the mission. On 00 Agent, it's just a little bit too difficult for me to do, and as I said, if the enemies towards the end have rocket launchers as well, then you're a sitting duck and they can instantly kill you, and that's the most frustrating part about this mission. So yeah, there I was. I had several attempts last night, just trying it over and over, and every time I failed, that little voice would be like, come on, one more try, you can do it, you can do it. And then I just started to get good at it. See that? I managed to get past those cars. If you can do that, then you've got a good chance of actually doing this stage. So look at that, see that? Hear that? There's rocket launches. Now that's good, believe it or not, because the rocket launchers are coming from the other side. This is the kind of pattern that you want. If these enemies here have got rocket launchers, then you're really in trouble. So it's about a good enemy pattern essentially. So yeah, even though I'm losing health, that's the pattern you want. So, you know, you want to get off kind of the tank here, and you can kind of wipe out the guards here. As I said, if you've got enough health, you can like go a bit further. The problem is you've got civilians in the way as well. They don't make things any easier. I'm just so glad I've actually, you know, looking ahead to have actually done this mission, because I was like so surprised to actually get through. But yeah, I thought it'd be interesting to share my deaths leading up to it as well. As you can see, I get really flustered because there's enemies behind me that I can't even see, and every time I turn around I keep getting shot, so I'm being shot like a pinball. This is kind of not what you want to do. You want to shoot out those landmines there anyway. See that? See I'm strafing here? That's kind of... I've almost got it down. So even in that attempt, you know, I almost kind of made it to the end there. It's not that far in terms of game level terms, it's just the enemies that are kind of blocking the way. And if you can get a really good pattern where like you can avoid the rocket launcher guys at the end, if there are any, then you're on point to doing this essentially. So yeah, I'm going to be starting again quite a bit if that happens, because I need as much health as possible. So yeah, if you guys want to see, just want to see me straight do this mission straight away, then let me know in the comment section. But I just, you know, I don't mind putting in a few of my deaths. I think it's just more entertaining. You know, I mean, I love watching the videos of people doing things first time, like really professionally. But I'm kind of one of those players where I've got to learn what to do, and it's all about the journey for me. It's not just about accomplishing the task, it's all the things that led up to it. So it's like memorising the guards, trying to develop new strats to get through, strafing, targeting. This game, if you want to complete it, it really forces you to up your game. It really forces you to get good at it, but you've got to really want it though, that's the thing. And each time I failed this mission, I would be like so, like, I need to get this done because I have a Let's Play channel. I need to get it done so I can complete the Let's Play at least. You know, I suppose one... Oh, he's got a grenade there. I suppose one good thing about 00 Agent mode is I can choose to do any level on 00 Agent. I don't necessarily have to do it in order, but that's kind of how I do it. I like to tackle one level at a time in order. I didn't want to particularly leave this level till last, so I wanted to get it done. So the next level after this, the depot, I'm kind of looking forward to, because I think I'll be able to get through that level if I adopt the same strategy as I did on Secret Agent mode, which was rush through it. It stops the soldiers spawning too quickly then. So here we go. So as you can see, I'm getting much better. I'm learning where the soldiers are coming from and when. And that's part of it too. You want to have as much health as possible. If you get like a quarter of the way through and your health is low, then unless you're really good, you need to start again, because these enemies, they show no mercy. A lot of people would probably prefer just to go on foot alone and not use the tank. I don't kind of recommend that, because again, due to the random enemy patterns, it can be hard to predict which enemies have which weapons sometimes, and they can take you by surprise. So I would probably I would say use the tank a little bit and then strafe, and it's entirely possible to do it that way. I should mention as well that later on there is a piece of body armor that you can pick up, that I'll be picking up later, which will help me. And to be honest, I was quite surprised not to find it, but the fact that it actually helped me more than I realised, because I'm sure on 00 Agent mode the body armor is literally not that good. It's like you can take a few hits and you'll lose it, but here it's like it's proper useful. It's as if it's on agent mode. So I don't know whether that was intentional by Rare. Maybe they knew this level was going to be a real bitch, so they decided to make that body armor you know, like protect your health bar, because it really does help. So that's one big factor, but you still need a good enemy pattern, to be honest. What would I call this? I'd probably call this a good enemy pattern, because the guys with the rocket launchers are actually on the other side, I think. Alright, scratch that. That's a bad enemy pattern. A bad enemy pattern, because they've got rocket launchers. But as you can see, it's possible to strafe past them, strafe round. So yeah, it's not a good pattern, but I'm not taking much damage, but I'm getting through it. See that? So I'm strafing. So it's probably possible to strafe all the way through. I'm just not that skilled yet, but you can see that each time I'm playing, I'm getting better and better. I'm like advancing my tactics, and I'm learning. The problem is though, some of these enemies have also got grenade launchers, and they're a real pain in the jacksie, and I can't even see half the enemies as well, because they keep throwing grenades and I can't see the enemies. See that? Instant death. Now I call foul on that. Why should I be killed instantly? I don't understand why I was killed instantly there. That makes no sense. But again, I'm getting better, making progress, and that's what it's all about. So yeah, if you want to get good at this, you have to be prepared to look at that roadblock or those barriers for a long time. It really feels like there's a massive barrier put in your way. And you know what? I prefer to do the freaking cradle level on 00 Agent than this, personally. This is more of like a minor annoyance, this level. I don't like the time levels on here. It's good that it forces you to get good, but at the same time it is incredibly stressful, because I'm thinking about the timer and trying to get to the exit in time can be a real pain. So anything without a time is good for me, because at least I can take my time then. Here you can't. But as I said, it's like I've got a Let's Play channel. I have to complete the Let's Play. That's my thinking. So it forces me. Like, I've never played this well before in any video game I've ever played. And Goldeneye is a game I've been wanting to kind of beat in full since I was a kid. It's been a dream of mine, like a milestone, proper gaming milestone for me to reach. So I'm not bothered about the secret levels. I just want to get 00 Agent mode done. I consider that complete the game in full. And then I might move on to Perfect Dark after that as well, because I do own that. So I'll probably do that after this. Right, let's get rid of these soldiers. Also guys, hopefully by the time you see this I've got more Grand Theft Auto Liberty City stories up on my channel. I've just got more Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, I did some of that the other day. So I'm keeping the videos coming each and every single week for you guys. I don't really have any kind of schedule as such. I just make videos and when they're ready I just edit them and upload them really. But I try and be as regular as I can with my uploads. I want to try to give you guys something new almost every day. If I can't do every day, then it's because I'm busy or life's in the way. If I had my way, trust me, I'd sit on my arse all day and just make videos all day every day. But I've got a life unfortunately, and I enjoy making videos too. You know, so I don't mean to come out how that sounds. It's just that I'd much rather be doing this than like going out and stuff, but and doing things. Okay, now I did read a let's play online or strategy guide. It said basically the tank shells are useless on this mission. They don't really do much, so your best bet is just to run through or drive through the waves of soldiers. See, this bit I can never do. See, that's what I was talking about. If you don't get that right, as I didn't, then most of your health is gone. Right, I think that's a good pattern. I would class that as a good pattern because the rocket launcher guys are over there. That means these guys won't. See, that's what I mean. And this is what annoys me. The tank always stops at that point and I take more damage. Now, no matter how fast I go, I always stop at that point. It doesn't matter where I go through the streets to avoid the barrier, the tank will suddenly just stop on me, and that's one thing I think Rare should have fixed. I know that they worked hard on this game, but there are elements about it that were rushed. Sometimes the tank can also glitch out, sometimes it won't work as well. God. See that? They get me from behind, it's ridiculous. I can't go anywhere. I'm literally surrounded by enemies. But I'm strafing. So if you can strafe, most of the time you can avoid their attacks. See that? Rocket launcher guys? Check it out. You can kind of strafe past them, so it is possible. It's not, you can almost make it. See that? The game bugged out on me there. For whatever reason, I was going too fast and the game made me stare down. I don't know why that happened. I didn't press the button or anything, it just bugged out. But check it out. Look at that, look how far I am to the end. So, you see what I'm talking about? I'm progressing, I'm building it up. It's like I can almost do this. And doing that gave me hope. I thought, wow, I've almost cracked it. So I'm getting there. Let's try again. My God, tell you what, I'm like on the edge of my seat watching this. I remember doing that, but I didn't think I had it in this footage. So I just kind of thought, oh, I'll put a few of my deaths in. So yeah, I've done this mission so much. I've got Robbie Coltrane's face permanently implanted in my brain now. With the conversation. I saw the girl, she's taken to a disused military depot and all this. What's in it for you, Valentine? Business is business. It wasn't even in the game either. Rare kind of added that bit in. So they just changed the script a little bit just to add a little bit more flavour, I suppose. Right. But yeah, get used to this repetition. I think this is the most annoying thing about this mission, is doing this bit over and over. I'd much rather be in the tank, just blowing stuff up. This bit really annoys me. I don't want to do this over and over. I just want to get on with it, but bloody hell. I suppose it breaks things up a little bit, but when all you want to do is get through the game, right? Oh, the bloody AI of the enemies is just painful.